corporates have benefited tremendously from the government's timely decision to waive various tax. Okay, this is our first question. Do you think there is an error? The same sentence is segregated below as parts, right? A, B, C, D, and then we have E. According to you, where do you think the error is? Okay, so it's between, I have a lot of A, B, and D. Okay, majority D. So let's quickly look at this. Okay, corporates have benefited tremendously. So in terms of part A, I'm trying to figure out, right? The subject is corporates, which is a plural subject, and then I have, which is also a plural verb. So in terms of subject verb agreement, I don't see any issue there. Corporates have benefited matlab present perfect tense, right? So the benefit, the action of that benefit started sometime in the past and it is continuing up till now, meaning they are still benefiting, right? So corporates have benefited tremendously. So the whole part A seems fine. Yeah, is that right? I don't think so. Do you feel necessary for it to have a double T? Is that what you're saying? If that is the case, if you feel that there should be a double T in benefited, please understand that both are acceptable, right? So don't worry about that, right? Mostly it is to do with either British or American way of spelling stuff, but both are accepted. Okay, so that which leaves us with, hey, there's nothing wrong with part A. Let's move on. So corporates have benefited tremendously from what? From the government's timely decision. And then somebody said part C as well. Did I see a C? Okay, I didn't see a C. So we're moving on. So they have benefited from what? The government's what? Timely decisions. So timely as an adverb is modifying the noun decision. That is also fine. Government's timely decision to do what? To waive various, and then I have tax, right? So tremendously. Okay, Vijay comes back and saying in part A, boss, let's change tremendously to tremendous. Why? Because tremendously is an adverb that modifies the verb benefited. That's also fine, right? An adverb modifying. So how have they benefited? Tremendously, right? It answers the question how. So the adverb tremendously also is correct in part A. I don't have to make any changes. It's like same like this one, right? Timely decision. In fact, timely is an adjective here, I would say, right? Modifying the noun decision. A timely decision to do what? To waive what? Various. So for me the clue is obviously those who came back and said part D. Yes, Jaya Murli, you would be correct, right? Because of this clue word various, which means we're talking about more than one component here. Which means I can't have a singular noun number which is tax. I need to change that to a plural noun number, right? So what is a plural noun number? Taxes. That's it. That's where my error is in part D. Right? Corporates have benefited tremendously from the government's timely decision to waive various taxes. So that's where our error is. The clue word being various, telling us, boss, we're talking about a plural noun number and not just a singular noun number. So this is an error pertaining to noun numbers, right? Very simple error, not a difficult error at all. In fact, if you ask me, it's just like a prepositional error, or a tense error, though those might be a little complicated, because if you are not too thorough with your basic grammar pertaining to prepositions or tenses, you might end up getting confused again. But what I'm trying to say is, these are errors that we are familiar with. This is not a new kind of an error. We know this error, noun number errors, right? So that's, yeah. So such a minor thing, yeah, overlooked. I'm guessing people have overlooked it, just like what do I say? Like a spelling error, right? With an apostrophe S will come into the picture when there is some possessive meaning, right? Government's something. So the timely decision belonged to the government. In that context, you're saying, what's the difference between government and government with an S? This just brings a possessive meaning, right? Whose timely decision was it? The government's timely decision. That's it. Okay, are you following? So that's about it. The noun number error is in part D, just so we know